It's been a few weeks since the Skullgirls censorship update was announced, and fans fought back against the changes, and since then there has been so much news to cover surrounding the game, but it looks like it just blew up again because their social media manager is liking tweets calling critics creeps, and developers have been belittling anyone who doesn't like their changes in their Discord server. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. Now, I did actually make a tweet about the posts that they were liking, and it's blown up a little bit. I had said Skullgirls' official account liked this tweet that called any critics of their censorship-filled patch creeps. Great way to make us hate you guys even more, and it's true. They have been facing so much backlash over the past few weeks. You would think that they would have at least made another statement where they would have tried to actually care about what fans are saying, but they really don't care. They have completely disregarded anything we have said, and this tweet is still liked. As you can see, Skullgirls, the likes, 1,604, here it is, front and center. Somebody decided to say Skullgirls absolutely doesn't deserve to be review bombed by creeps who are mad that they desexualized a minor and removed NZ imagery. It's on sale right now, so I'll make a deal. I'll buy the first 15 people who comment "hear the game" if you try it and leave an honest review. So they are even saying, oh hey, I'm gonna buy you a copy of this game so that you can go and basically leave a positive review, right? Because we are not talking about someone here who clearly wants people to leave fair reviews. I mean, they start off with saying it's being review bombed by creeps, so hey, let me just buy 15 people copies. I could say the same freaking thing. The game is like, what, $2 on Steam right now, which would be a small price to pay in order to get people to boost up or lower the score, right? That's why I think that this tweet is kind of ridiculous to like, but you went on the official Twitter account of this game and you decided to start liking tweets that directly attack your fan base. Okay, this is an awful thing to do, and this has only brought so much more negative attention to them. And not only have they done that, but actually we have a Skullgirls animator sharing their thoughts on the recent backlash from the fan base, and a completely unrelated post was screen capped beside it. So as you can see on the left is one of the animators. They're saying things like, yeah, it's still a majority of the OGs, and I knew you guys were never comfortable with certain stuff in the game. That is a fan. And then the animator said, LOL, I mean, I liken it just to housekeeping. And to see so many people say, no, this is what drew me, and specifically just makes me pity them so much more. And then the animator said, like, there's a dirty sock in the corner that's just been there for years, and we only just had time to get it out of the way now. 2011 was such a different time, too. It really only was considered a different time because sensitive snowflakes like you have gotten so much louder over the past few years, demanding things be changed that don't sit right with you, that upset you, that you find to be too offensive. But yeah, completely unrelated, they've also gone on social media and shown their drawings of furries, which, I mean, hey, you're allowed to do. Totally, completely. But the problem that we all have with Skullgirls is the fact that you're censoring humor and you're censoring, sexualized characters because you think it's too offensive and it's basically disgusting, but then you go and draw sexualized characters like this. I mean, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to people. But this is what they're doing, and to top it off, in the Discord server, here's another screen grab, they are actually censoring, gee, who could have imagined, any conversations now about this topic. They've basically said that, hey, we've let people come in and try to discuss it, but it just always gets out of hand, so we can't have that anymore. It says censorship copy pasta. Hi, welcome to the Skullgirls Discord. As it turns out, most members who still actively play the game have a neutral to positive view on the changes. I hate this. They're writing off anyone who's criticizing it as not real fans of the game, which is terrible. The massive influx of negative does not represent the current player base, especially since the amount is well above the usual amount of concurrent players at any given time. You may be interested in a discussion or argument relating to any of the listed changes, including the removal of armbands, underwear shots, a comb, an announcer voice, a story, etc., or a few pieces of art. However, we have had this discussion many times, and without fail it becomes negative or inflammatory with little nuance. Of course, they dumb it down and say, oh, it's just about a comb or a voice or a few pieces of art. Yes, and it all adds up, and that is why people are upset with you and don't want to support your game anymore. It's as simple as that. And recently I actually had to talk in another video about Steam ultimately protecting these developers and this game and this awful situation in general. As you can see, it is currently marked as off-topic review activity. It says this product has experienced one or more periods of off-topic review activity, and as you can see, now it says recent reviews are in the very positive. So you would have to go into your Steam settings, you would have to turn off the filters to actually see the true recent reviews added, which are almost all negative. Look at this. I mean, only 46 positive reviews have gone through, when there were over 5,000 up until they made this change and until it was marked by Steam as off-topic review bombing. But this whole situation is so sad to see, because we are talking about a franchise that so many people love, so many people care about, and these developers don't even care about anymore. They are willing to tone down and censor their game. Of course, one of the big reasons we believe was for Evo, because they are going to Evo this year. They don't want anything that would be against, the Evo core values. And you've got the developers, animators, creatives behind this running around, going on social media, whether it's Discord or Twitter, and trash talking people, saying if you don't like these changes, you're not a real fan. That's not a way to get new people interested in your product. It's not a way to keep people around, and it most certainly isn't going to make people happy with you. You made these changes for sensitive snowflakes, but clearly they're not showing up to play your censored, watered down game. Judging by the fact that it says your game has a measly 278 people playing, and in the past 24 hours your peak was 466, things really aren't looking good for you at this point, especially because the game was just on sale for $2.99. So I don't know what to say. They thought that this was all going to work. It is completely backfiring on them. But yes, of course, if there are any more Skullgirl situations going forward, I would be happy to cover them. But you've got people going on social media, liking tweets, calling anybody who disagrees with the changes creeps. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.